How are you doing? I'm Martin from Gardens for Life. In this video I'm going to show you what we have left of our winter selection, and I want to let you know that we have a winter closing sale, so it's the last chance to actually buy cuttings and bare root plants and roots and rhizomes from our website. So if you want to take a look, I'll show you some of the products that we've got left now. If you use this discount code here, you get 10% off. And I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you for all your support. Real quick, don't forget we have a questions and answers session at 9 p.m. GMT tonight. So let us know if you have any questions. You can leave those in the comments below under this video or email us back any questions that you might have. We'll use those for the questions and answers session. You can also ask us during the session as well. So hope to see some of you there. So for those of you who haven't seen our website, this is it. And we can click here. And those are all the newest videos and various articles and things like that. We go way back. We have 36 pages, I believe. And that is about 6.5 years worth of videos. And I think there's about 300 of them now. So you can click on the shop here, the blue button. And then you take a look. I'll zoom you in a little bit. Okay, so some things are sold out, but even the willows were sold out for a short while. We just want to make sure we can cover all of our orders that we have. You can still get them. So you can do willow arches or any kind of shelter belts with them, or hedges. And there's even a video here explaining how to do it. You can still get the Taunton Dean kale, which I'll just show you here real quick. We also made some videos on how to grow kale cuttings or kale plants from cuttings. Basically it's free kale for life, and even get the kids to eat some too once it's available. So we've got lots of videos here on our website in each of the products. So very few of the Dobbington kale left actually, and there's still lots of mint varieties as well. Take a look at this. I think we have about 20 different mint varieties. Some of them aren't here yet, but you can get all these different types of mint. But you can also buy a mega mix, which is just 8 different random varieties of the ones that we have listed here. And horseradish is actually really good. It's a versatile vegetable. It can be used both in cooking, culinarily, and also medicinally. We have tiger nuts. Take a look at these. So those are actually fresh ones in the middle, and those ones on the outside are dried. So once you dry them, you can keep them for years. You need to soak them before you can grow them though. When you get them in the post, just make sure that you take them out of the bag and you soak them overnight. And then they look something like what you see here in the middle. Those ones are fresh, though they'll definitely double in volume. And then you can grow those. You just put them into a pint glass of water, or into a bowl of water, and soak those overnight or for 24 hours, and then you can grow them. And it's actually a kind of grass that grows like that. It's kind of ornamental, and it's quite reliable to grow, but it's a bit finicky to harvest, so bear that in mind. You can watch some videos on that too. I don't want this video to go on forever. I'm not going to go through all of the products available on the website, but I'll go through a few of them. Still a few hybrid poplars left here. Some Buchan 14 comfrey. Comfrey is a really good plant to have, especially for the bees and for all of the different insects that are beneficial to your garden. But also you can make a poultice from the leaves to heal bones and sprains quicker. So I would not put it on an open wound though, because it will heal it too quickly. So we also have raspberries still left. There is some wild raspberries, the Birdland variety as well. Those are primocane. Let me just open up a couple of these. Take a look at this. That's actually our raspberries. I took that picture some years ago, and that's what they look like. And that's what they look like when they grow, although there is a few owl vines grown up it too. But they are a really nice raspberry. That's our studio. I'm actually in that here at the moment, making this video. So Jerusalem artichokes, definitely If you haven't got any yet and you've never tried them, it's worth a try. They do have a pleasant flavor, but you need to cure them before you eat them. That's how people usually get a bad experience with them, because they will give you a lot of gas because of the inulin in them. They're very difficult to digest, but once you leave them somewhere in a light condition, the inulin in them will break down. That's just a thumbnail of a video. And there's, again, you can watch the videos of it, how we plant them and how we harvest them as well. So it's actually a tuberous sunflower, as you can see. That happens to be the Aurora Rubin variety. But they all go to flower eventually in our climate here, in the cold maritime climate of Ireland. They grow really tall. I'm actually standing up here in that picture, and they're about maybe 12 foot tall there, 12 feet tall. And you can see, I actually did a thumbs up, and by accident the flower was covering it up. So I guess I do have a bit of a green thumb after all. So that's what the different varieties look like. Jerusalem artichoke are a really good vegetable to have because they actually are zero maintenance, almost zero maintenance. They grow very easily. They're the easiest vegetable to grow, as Klaus Leitenberger once said. And those could be left in the ground for years and harvested any time of the winter, whenever you feel like it. Sometimes we grow some in pots and plant them out then, but you don't have to. They're also great for a summer hedge. So yes, tuberous sunflower. Here is a marshmallow. We still have a couple of wild roses, Madeira vine, Chinese artichokes. Look at these. They're actually really nice on their own. We still have some gooseberries as well. Let me show you here, look. So those are the Chinese artichokes, and those are really nice to eat raw, especially if you throw them into a salad or just eat them as they are. And they're kind of crunchy and a very mild flavor. This is your last chance to get some currants as well, like the birdland blackcurrant. We still have some of those. We also have red currant and white currant left. Not much white currant left. Usually it sells out. That's our birdland blackcurrant, and isn't it a beautiful berry? That is a little bit early in the season, so it's still, those are still ripening, but you can see some of them are getting there already. Now, of course, this would be midsummer, and they're a really nice berry to eat, and they're sweet, and they're much bigger than the usual blackcurrants that you'd expect. So we also have jostaberry left. Jostaberry is a cross between gooseberry and a blackcurrant. And our blackcurrants, our birdland variety of blackcurrant, is actually the same size as the jostaberries, but way more productive. Jostaberry is a hybrid berry. It doesn't produce as many berries, but it grows very quickly. So you're going to get a lot of wood, and you can multiply it from there. And we also have marsh woundwort, which is an actual a wildflower. It's a native Irish wildflower, and it also has a tuber that you can eat. It's like a kind of a rhizome of a tuber, and it's starchy as well. So you can eat those, and it grows very easily here, of course, because it is used to the climate, but also it feeds the insects galore in the summertime, and it's nice to have in the garden too. Be aware though, it actually does spread a little bit. Not as bad as mint, but it definitely clumps. So plant it somewhere permanent, same as the Jerusalem artichokes. We have just a few of the curly willows left. These ones here. And they do turn into quite a beautiful tree. So a couple of lovage plants left. Some great mullein seeds left as well. Let me just show you those here. That's just the thumbnail of the video, but you can get an idea. It's a biennial, so in the first year it just makes a rosette of leaves, and the leaves can be used to clear your lungs or make a tea. And in the second year you get the flowering stalk. So in the second year you get the flowering stalk, which flowers for months and months. So it's great to attract insects. It looks nice in the garden. It's quite ornamental, and you can use the flowers to make an oil for your ears. So in case you ever have any trouble with an ear infection or that type of thing, an earache, you just put some of that into it, and along with some garlic oil, if you mix the two, any herbs you mix, they usually multiply the effects. So they complement one another. We have what else? We have all the different varieties of Jerusalem artichokes available individually as well. Mashuas are no longer available. They are sold out, but we will have a few plants that we're going to offer to you a little bit later in the season. Let's say maybe in about a month's time. We also have this, the wild raspberry. I want to show that to you. And it grows quite thorny. I showed this in a couple of other videos. The stems are quite thorny. And the berries are small, but they're really nice, and you can use that as a hedging plant. It's ideal as a hedging plant. We also have a bit of parsley left. Nepalese raspberries are a really good ground cover. If you want to get berries off them and flowers, you have to plant those into full sun. And but as I said, like, they do spread, but they're really nice to cover an area if you want to keep it low maintenance. We also have the ornamental comfrey, and not sure if that has any kind of beneficial effects, like medicinal effects of the leaves, but it is really nice to have as a addition to the regular comfrey, the big purple one. Now let's take a look what else we've got. We still have some flowering currants left. Catmint is still, I think there's just one catmint left. We also have lemon balm still available. And let me see here, saltbush as well. So the flowering currant is one of our favorites actually. It produces flowers in early summer, and it's super reliable, but it does not produce berries. But I used to not like to have flowering currant because I thought it was kind of pointless, because what's the point of having a currant that doesn't produce berries? Well, you can have both. There's no harm at all, unless you're limited in space, maybe. So lemon balm is a really good antihistamine actually. You can use it along with nettles as well, but also it makes for really nice tea, and you can grow it in your gardens. Please be aware that it grows quite big. It can grow to a bush maybe about a meter in diameter, literally, and a meter in height as well. And I started these ones here about 2 years ago from seed, and they grew absolutely massive. And it's great. We have tons and tons of lemon balm herb now, which we can also dry as well if we want to. But we have leaves most of the year anyway. I'd say about 11 months of the year we can just take fresh leaves out there from the garden. And as I said, very healthy as a tea, even as a preventative, but also it has a lovely flavor as well, and it produces flowers in the summertime for the insects. Saltbush is a brilliant vegetable. I actually grew it from seed several years ago, and it is really nice to eat. It tastes a bit like spinach, but a little salty, and it is easy to grow. So you can take cuttings and just grow it. Ours didn't make it in one of the winters outside, but in the greenhouse it still survives until this day, year after year, even at temperatures of -8 or 9 that we had last year. And we will try to grow some of those outside again and see how they do. But it produces an abundance of leaves, and you can just pick those along with the stems, and you can cook them or eat them raw as well. So we still have fennel bulbs as well. Fennel is a great vegetable, but also it's you can make a tea from it. It's a medicinal plant you'll have year after year. We will have bronze fennel available in about a couple of months' time as well. That'll be potted though. Now these are potted. We're going to send you nice big mature tuber, or the actual bulb itself. What would you call a fennel? A fennel bulb, I suppose it would be called. So this is just an example picture, but the ones we're sending out now are actually mature plants but bare root, and I'll just show you what they look like. This is actually somewhat what they look like. You get a root and a few leaves, and it will grow into a huge plant in the first year for you. So fennel is definitely one of our favorites, and the kids love it too. You can just eat the leaves as it is, or make a tea from them as well. They're very soothing to the digestive system. We also still have pots available as well. Let me just show you those real quick. Don't want to keep you too long here. So we do use those year after year. We have different sizes as well. We have 1, 2, 3 and 5 litres. And the main reason why, I just want to tell you why we actually offer pots on our website. Because I found it very difficult to find decent pots at a decent price in any of the garden centres in the Midlands, at least the ones that I know of. And I wanted to make these available to people so that people have something to actually utilize and grow in. Now we still have a few bare root plants left as well. Very few, I think there's 1 or 2 corkscrew left, and corkscrew willow and flaming willow as well. Flaming willow is lovely. I might actually put up a few more cuttings. We have just a few more cuttings. It's definitely one of the favorites here. And finally, goji berry cuttings are also available as well. And some golden elder. It's not a lovely ornamental elder. And I believe it does also make flowers as well. And we have goji. Now bear in mind that these ones have not gone to fruit yet in our gardens. Those are grown indoors, and they may need a pollinator. That's probably why, but they are flowering, and these are the original flowers. So goji is good for a number of things. I don't quite know, you need to check on a book. We also have some courses still available. We have a homesteading course coming up, and a plant propagation course is also coming up next week. Not the bank holiday coming, but the one after that. So the homesteading course consists of just a day of an introduction, basically, where you just sit down, and we'll have a bit of tea and coffee, and we're going to show you all of the different disciplines. For example, growing food using no-dig gardening, where we'll talk to you about how we grow food for the homestead. Food preservation is all about canning and all sorts of different methods of food preservation, and even glassing eggs, and drying, freezing, vacuum sealing, all that good stuff. Keeping chickens for egg production, and all the ins and outs of making your own tinctures, oils, balms, soap, deodorant. We'll give you the basics, and we'll hopefully get you interested, and hopefully you'll be able to do your own research after that if you'd like more detail. And we'll talk to you about backup power a little bit, and batteries and lights and things like that, and generators. And finally, home brewing, how to make your own wine, cider and beer. There's a few more examples of gardens and things like that. And the plant propagation course you can actually see a full list of what's included right here on the website. And there's even some videos of previous workshops that we had. So again, there is lots of free material on our website. Even on the shop, you can actually watch lots of videos about each of the topics as well. And if you're interested in more details, you can come and see us in person and do a course with us if you live nearby or not too far. So Plant Propagation Course is on Saturday, the 23rd of March. And the Homesteading is on Sunday, the 24th of March. So you can get your tickets here on our website, and we hope to see some of you there. If you're still here now, thanks for watching, and don't forget there is a discount code. I'll put it down here for 10% off for our winter closing sale. Please do get whatever you want off our website quickly, simply because the spring is actually coming and things are starting to grow. So it's the last chance to get in on some of the cheaper alternatives, like the cuttings and the roots and all of the tubers and even the bare root plants as well. And we hope to see you tonight at 9 p.m. For our questions and answers session. And please send us your questions either via email or leave a question in the comments below in advance, or you can ask us questions during the live stream as well. Thank you. See you later. Bye bye.